Have time constraints ever affected your work performance? How? Describe an example and your response.
Yes, time constraints have affected my work performance when I worked at Starbucks in high school. A time that it did that was I was given limited time to do the dishes and they were not done very well because there was a lot of them and I didn't have enough time.
How could you have handled it better?
I probably could have fit more stuff in the dishwasher.
You didn't load the dishwasher?
I did, but I feel like I could have put more in there, but I was worried it would break.
It probably would have. Do you expect similar situations in the future? And what will you do differently next time?
No, because I don't work at Starbucks anymore, but next time I would use the dishwasher more and only do like what's important to do, so that like the more important dishes that we don't have duplicates of, so that way those ones are clean and cleaned properly.
What about like another job? Do you foresee yourself being affected by time constraints?
Yes, and I think open communication with my boss is the most important thing with that, or whoever's assigning me to do those things under like a time constraint, and asking for help.
I think you're onto something with the doing what's most important first, because that can apply to the future as well. Like as long as you can prioritize your important tasks and know which ones you have more flexibility on, then you'll be able to get the things that are most important done the soonest. Have you faced heavy workloads before? Provide an example of how you handled it.
Yeah, going back to Starbucks, when I worked there and we were understaffed, they would give us multiple tasks to do at once, like having to make drinks and take orders at the same exact time. Yeah, it was really difficult, but you just kind of have to make do and do your best and multitask.
Do you anticipate similar situations going forward with your career? What would you do if the situation were to repeat?
I do anticipate it happening again, but if the situation were to happen again, I would just have to push through for a while.
I think having good collaborative skills would definitely be beneficial in this situation, because it's going to let you be able to split things up among the team, which you're probably going to be working on the team. A lot of the things that you do after college and in an actual career, unlike Starbucks, is within the team. Not saying Starbucks was not within the team, but being able to split things up fairly and equitably makes it easier to manage a large workload.
Thanks.
Have you ever encountered coworkers not fulfilling their responsibilities? Share an example and your response.
Yeah, when I've been nannying, there's this one family that I've been with for a while, and just one time, one of the children was throwing a really big fit and was screaming for his mom, and she was there, but at the time she didn't want to attend to him.
And
what did I do?
How did you respond to that?
I just went back over to him on my own and respected what she said and tried to calm him the best that I could.
Do you expect this to happen again outside of your nannying job, and when might it occur, and what options do you have to
I definitely do.
Bring everyone back to the table?
I definitely do think that this will happen again. It might happen this summer in my internship, where we're doing a lot of teamwork all the time and working towards common goals.
I feel like in these situations it's really important to have good leadership skills, where you can, especially in where you see yourself in the future having this problem, if you have good leadership qualities and are able to really get the group coordinated together, you can kind of bring people back and get them to contribute where they weren't contributing originally. Have you faced employee conflict at work? Share an example and your response.
Yeah, when I was working at SoulCycle in high school, there was a lot of workplace drama, and it was because it was pretty cliquey, but everyone was relatively the same age and we were all in high school, so I think that kind of contributed to it too.
Do you expect similar situations in the future? If it happens again, what options do you have and how will you respond?
I do expect this to happen naturally because working in an office environment, like going forward in my internship this summer, there's going to be a lot of people like close to the same age, so naturally you'll get closer with some people and not others. I'll just not give in to the drama part of it.
It's really important that you try to avoid letting anyone says like get to you. You just have to kind of take it with a grain of salt and move on, because that keeps you out of the drama. So by staying out of the drama, you're able to just kind of focus on your work well with everyone, even though they may have notions about you or thoughts about you that are not necessarily true, but you just have to kind of get through it and stay on a good page with everyone.
Thanks.